Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Jack.
Yes.
So, our group, I'm in group 3. Our group member have Tina and Nina. So today I will talk about character development of Victor Frankenstein. So what we will talk about him is first is a character emotional journey. The second thing is the question. So first, so what's his emotional journey? So he has worked hard to create life regardless of the time and gesture he would spend, but then he escaped the screen reality of the result he experiment creation. And then he wandered on the street, relieved that he realized that the creator is nowhere to, and write letter gratitude to Clerval. So how is his reaction? So what's his reaction to this screen, to this action of his? So first I will talk about his work hard. So when you work hard, you spend a lot of time and your gesture in. So what will you do when you are finished? Can someone guess? No one? So I will guess it for you. That's right. You just run into your bed chamber and then go to sleep. Have a full sleep of the predative and then got full health. Yeah. So but creation alive is a create a life is a work of a nature, not a work of a human. Because in that time, create a life, it means that you make something very unholy. It's like you create a devil. So that's his escape the screen and reality of the result. So how do he escape? He sleep. So then he awake in his nightmare that is create for a devil, and he walk along in the night. So where do he walk? He walk on the street of in Goldstadt. In Goldstadt is a small village of the Germany from the wee hour to the early morning. But he not walk like carelessly. He walk very careful. He avoid every corner. Why? Because he's thinking that something like Frankenstein, something devil is waiting him at the corner. Woo. But then he's relieved when he realized that the creator is nowhere too. How do he what's his expression when you know that? He's clapping for joy. He screamed. His breath is shaking. He thrown over the chair. He clapped and he laughed so hard that everyone can hear it. Okay. Tới.
And next, when he writes a letter of gratitude to Clerval, actually that's why he writes the letter for Clerval. He wants to repay Clerval for helping him and hope that Clerval will forgive him and uh, want to apologize for everything, and he feel thankful for Clerval to helping him in his life. And now we will move to the discussion questions. First, Victor's passionate and obsessive while working on his creations. Actually, I think that he is very passionate because while working, he almost didn't care about his health and his sleep. He worked on his creations for about 8 hours a day or something like that, and he could have time to sleep or rest, but he didn't do that. But he sacrificed that amount of time to work on his creations. And second, Victor's passion, Victor feeling about his creations. Although he spent a lot of time on his creations, but he feel overcome by the monster's ugliness shortly after bringing him from life, and he go to sleep in the next room, and where he have a play goodbye nightmare. Đồng nghi.
And the next one, when he couldn't sleep after thought, he rushed out of his room, and his thought at this moment are that he's very worried and afraid because of what he has created, and it took him 2 years to create that thing, and working day and night but which make his body exhaust. But the result left him extremely disappointed, and his dream was shattered. He was horrified and disgusted because the creature he created that killed people. And so Victor returning to his apartment and learned that the creature is nowhere to be found. He was so scared that his friend Clerval would see his hideous creation. But upon finding out that the monster had gone, he was relieved and burst out of joy because Clerval wouldn't get to see the monster. Finally, when Victor was ill, Clerval has nurturing him, and after regaining his strength, Victor wrote a letter of gratitude to Clerval. While Victor had nervous fever for several months, Clerval was his only nurse for a long journey. Clerval performed the kindest action he could towards. Although sometimes Victor performed work and unrestrained, Clerval still cared about Victor. And in my opinion, Clerval wants to discuss with Victor about the monster which Victor created.